Hey folks, how's it going? Dr. Spin. On my quest to find my favorite albums of 2022, I've taken on the task of putting up these almost impossible showdowns between two fantastic albums. Of course, the idea is the last one standing are going to be the best ones I've listened to, but many of these albums are ones that have gone through several showdowns already and have proven themselves to be of great musical value, I think. But I want to kind of see which ones are the best ones by the time we get to the end. So let's check it out. This time around, I've got Liquid Tension Experiment's LTE 3 versus Tipping Point by Tears for Fears. Now, very often we have kind of stylistic mashup, stylistic clashes at this point in the game, and this one's no different. This is two pretty different expressions of two prog-adjacent type artists. I mean, you can kind of draw a real tenuous thread between these two. Mike Portnoy played with Transatlantic, whose lead singer was Neil Morse, who was the lead singer from Spock's Beard, whose drummer was Nick DiVirgilio, who was the drummer for Tears for Fears for a while. You can do like 7 steps to Dream Theater off almost anything on this stuff. But very different expressions. You got the hyper-technical, instrumental metal side things with Liquid Tension Experiment, and like almost hyper-clean, psychedelic pop that Tears for Fears specializes in. Now, walking into the showdown, I really thought that Liquid Tension Experiment would take it. But this Tears for Fears album has kind of revealed itself over the last couple of showdowns to be a lot more, a lot deeper than I kind of gave it credit for. The first impression I have of this album is that it's almost kind of sanitary, that it's so pristine in its production, and maybe a little bit overthought, but subsequent listens, and especially listen to it in comparison to other things, reveals an album that has a lot to say, especially when you take into account the specific situation of Roland Orzabal's previous years. You know, his wife had taken ill and had passed on in kind of a not too easy fashion. And the album really revolves around these themes. Once you know that about the album, it has this sort of hidden grit, this hidden edge to it that's not obvious because of the clean production, but it's really emotionally moving. And I find, of course, Liquid Tension Experiment's music emotionally moving too, for mostly entirely different reasons. You know, you can't fault them for their energetic energy and their masterful, insane chops. But of the two, even though I love this Liquid Tension Experiment album and I think it's great, I kind of have to go with the Tears for Fears album. This album elicits emotional reactions out of me that I didn't expect, and I can't ignore that. And once I kind of open myself to it, I want to keep coming back to it more and more, and I'm finding new layers to it all the time. So it's the tipping point this time around. So agree or disagree? Please sign up below and let me know. Like and subscribe if you want to know when more of these videos are coming out. See you next time. Catch you on the flip side.